Hello again, and welcome to our final activity for today. Now, you will remember back to the beginning of our video, we made a marbled effect painting with some shaving foam and some food colouring, and we left it to dry. Whilst we've been doing all of our activities today, our painting has been drying, and this is what it looks like now. It's a lovely 3D effect. You can see some parts are darker pink, some parts are lighter pink, but overall I think it's turned out quite well. So we are going to use our painting today to make something very special. We are going to make a hanging heart mobile. Now you can do this with things you have around the house or even in your garden. So first of all, you'll need your painting from earlier because we're going to cut out some heart shapes. So you'll need your painting, you'll need a felt pen or a pencil to draw some heart shapes on your painting. You'll need some scissors to cut out your heart shapes. You will need some ribbon to hang your heart shapes onto. If you haven't got any ribbon, then string will do. You'll need some sellotape, I've borrowed Mrs. Guy's today, to stick the heart onto the string. And then, most importantly, we need something to hang our hearts from. You can use a coat hanger. You might have a plastic coat hanger at home that you could use, or a metal coat hanger. But I have just been outside for a little bit of a walk, and I have found a rather nice stick on the floor. I think I'm going to use that, and I think it will look really pretty hanging up with my hearts coming off it. So that's what we're going to use today. So let's have a look at how to draw and cut out our heart shapes. So you can see I've got my paper and I've got my pen ready. I'm going to draw some heart shapes, and I'm going to try and draw as many as I can over the paint. Now I don't want them to be too big, otherwise there won't be that many on our mobile. So I want them to be a good medium-sized heart. So let's have a go. There we go, have one there. And then I might have one a little bit bigger there. And then a bigger one here. Okay, don't worry if your pen starts to run out a little bit. Okay, it's doing that for Mrs. Wood just because my painting is still a little bit wet. But I can still see the lines where I need to cut out, so don't worry. There we go, I'm going to go for one more there. I'm thinking about how lovely this mobile is going to look hanging up. There we go. And it's something that's a little bit different. I have never used shaving foam and food colouring before. So we've made something quite new and quite special today. There we go. Okay, so I can see some of my hearts. So now I'm going to cut them out. So I will show you how we cut out the first heart. Okay, so we got our scissors. Don't forget to hold the paper in your other hand and snip very carefully, cutting the outline of the heart. Now, if you are a little bit younger and you find it a little bit tricky to cut around your heart, you can ask a grown-up for help, or an older brother or sister, because it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. There we go, and we've got our first heart shape. There we go, so there's our first heart shape. You can see it there, so I'm going to put that here. There we go, and I'm going to press the pause button now because I'm going to cut the rest out. See you in a minute. Right, I have cut out all of my hearts from my piece of paper. And as you can see, I put them all at the front, and they actually look very, very pretty with their little marbled effect. So now our next step is to tie some string onto your stick, or if you've chosen to use a coat hanger, we're going to tie your ribbon onto your coat hanger. It's completely up to you. So I've got quite a long piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it around the stick. Now remember, if you're smaller, you will need to ask your grown-ups to help you tie the knot. Or you could always ask your older brother and sister. There we go. And then I'm just going to snip this bit off here, look. Tighten it again. There we go. So we've got our stick with our piece of string. So I'll pop that here so you can all see. There we go. I'm going to move our hearts to one side because now we're going to stick some hearts onto the ribbon. There we go. So I think I'm going to choose a bigger heart first. I'm going to go for this one here. Oh, it's got a little one stuck to it. There we go. Can you see? I'm going to go for a bigger heart just here. And I think I'm going to want it just round about there on our piece of string or ribbon. So I'm going to get a piece of sellotape here, look. And then I'm going to stick it at the back. I don't want to see the sellotape at the front. So I'm just going to flip it over, stick some sellotape at the back. There we go. You can just tuck the sellotape over, look, so you can't see it. There we go. So there's our first heart, and then I'm going to choose a second heart. This time I'm going to go for a bit of a smaller one. So there's my smaller heart, and I'm going to go down just a little bit more, round about there. I'm going to take a little bit more sellotape again. So I'm going to hold it tight, and I'm going to sellotape the ribbon to the back of the string. If the sellotape comes over, don't worry, just tuck it over the heart because it's see-through, you won't be able to see it. There we go, can you see? And now we've got 2 hearts on our mobile so far. So I'm going to pause the video now whilst I carry on putting all my hearts on my ribbon. So let's see what the finished product looks like. Okay, so now I have finished cutting all of the hearts and sticking them onto our mobile. So this is the finished product. This is what our mobile looks like. I think it looks really, really beautiful, very effective, and I think it will look beautiful hung up on the wall, hung up somewhere inside. And I think whoever you decide to give your mobile to, I think it will really make their day. It will really make them realise how much you love them. And don't forget, that's the reason why we make such special things. To put a smile on our face, because it's nice to spend that time doing something we enjoy. But it's also even better to make someone happy and to make somebody smile by the things we do. I think that is a very simple but very effective way of making a special love heart mobile. Okay, all that's left to say is that I have had such a lovely time with you today, doing lots of things that I don't very often get the opportunity to do. I really hope you enjoyed making all of our activities today. We got very creative and made lots of lovely things. So today, make sure you get creative. Make sure you have some time to yourself doing the things that you enjoy. And most importantly, have fun too. And hopefully, I will see you very soon. Now it's over to Miss Harris and her special guest.